and welcome to my video. Today I created this look for you that you see right here. It was super fun for me to do. This is my typical going out look for parties or events or going out to any kind of club or dinner. I want to really quickly apologize for the lighting in this video. I don't have a viewfinder on the camera, so I didn't realize that when the sun was setting it got darker in my room as the video went on. This is my go-to going out look. It's super fun and easy to do, and if you enjoyed it, please give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe. And without any further ado, let's just get right into the video. Okay, so we're going to jump right into the makeup look. I already went ahead and I serumed, moisturized, and primed my skin. The primer that I used today was the Professional from Benefit, and I'll link everything else that I used down below. I'm going to go right into the eye look first. Since this is going to be more of a dramatic look, I'm going to go ahead and do the eye look and everything that falls out into the face. I'm going to wipe off after to do the face makeup look. We're first going to go on with the Too Faced Shadow Insurance Primer, and we're going to put that all over the eyelid. Now that that's done, we're all moisturized and primed on the eyes and the face, so we're going to get right into the eye look. I'm going to go with my Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette. This is the palette right here, and the first shade I'm going to go on with is a shade right here, and the name Bay. With every shade that I use today, I'm going to link down in the down bar with the name of the eyeshadow and orders that I do it. I'm then going to go on with the eyeshadow named Shy. I'm going to run that through the crease. Now that all of our transition shades are done, we're going to go on with a darker shade and put it in the outer corner and bring it into the crease. I'm going to use my Morphe M433 brush. Dip into a darker brown. I'm going to go ahead and pat that in the outer corner. And whatever's left with that, I'm going to run it into the crease. You want to make sure with your darker shades you stop about halfway where your pupil is, because if you bring them too dark into your inner corner, it might close in the eye. Then I'm going to go on with the shade named Suede, which is more of like a light gray, and we're going to put that all over the lid. The reason we took a light gray shade, it doesn't really make a difference of what shade that you use, because it's basically just a prep for the glitter that we're going to apply later in the look. I'm going to go back into the first original shade that we used in the beginning and take the same Morphe brush and just blend all those shades together. I'm going to go ahead and with the darkest shade in the palette, which is the black, I'm going to go ahead and put that in the outer corner. Concentrate that heavily out there, so when the eye look is done, the darkest part of your eye should be the outer corner. This eye look is pretty simple. We're actually almost done with the eyeshadows. It just looks like it takes a lot of work because of the glitter that we're going to add in a few short steps. I'm very quickly going to dip right back into the first shade we used, which is the shade Shy, and we're going to run that all over the entire lid and crease. This ensures that all the shades that we use today are blended effortlessly. We're not done with the eyeshadow yet, but we are going to go on with the main event, which is the funnest part to me, and that's the Stila Liquid Metal Glitters. And we're going to go ahead and take the shade Diamond Dust and the shade Molten Midnight. We're then going to go on with the first shade, which is Molten Midnight, and we're going to go ahead and run that all over the lid. As you can see right off the first swipe, these are super pigmented and super glittery. As you can see, these glitters were very fun and easy to apply. They're very beginner friendly. You don't really need a glitter glue to make sure that they stick on. Unlike your traditional loose glitters, these ones slide right on. You have the full pigmentation, and they don't fall out all over your face if you don't use a glitter glue that day. When I went in with this glitter, I only dipped it in one time, and there was enough pigment on the brush to make it last for both eyes. I went ahead and I stopped 3/4 of the way in and kept the darker area where we put the black earlier. So you definitely don't want to cover that area. You want it to be 3/4 of the way, and then you want to have dark on the outer corner. I'm not going to show you how to blend those two together so you don't have that line in between of like the line of demarcation on where you stop the one thing and start at the other. I'm going to go in with a clean M433 brush with nothing on it, and you're going to quickly, when this all dries down, you're going to go ahead and you're going to buff the two lines together. I went ahead and I already did one eye. As you can see, this one blends seamlessly from the glitter all the way to the black, where this one stops there with a line, and then you can see where one stopped and one started. You definitely want to avoid that so it all just wraps together evenly. I'm going to go back to your rose gold palette, and you're going to pick up the black shade right here, and you're going to darken up the outer corner. I'm then taking the big fluffy brush and buffing out the edges. It's okay if you get it all over the face because you're going to go ahead and wipe it off later. A key to a good smoky glittery eye is definitely buffing. You want everything to be seamless and kind of faded out instead of very sharp lines. We're not fully done the eyes yet, but I'm going to go ahead and let that glitter dry down, and I'm going to move on to the face. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a makeup wipe and wipe up all the excess glitter fallout and eyeshadow that fell into the face. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take this micellar water and a cotton round and put it on there to wipe off the excess. When wiping off the excess, you want to take the tip of your finger and turn it sideways and create a sharp line at the edge of the eyeshadow. Now that the under eye area is all cleaned up, we're going to go ahead and we're going to move on to the face. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation, and I'm going to go ahead and apply that all to the face. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to buff that in with my Real Techniques buffing brush. Okay, we're all done with that. The foundation is a little bit dark, but I'm going to go in right now with a lighter concealer to make it all even out. I'm going to go in with my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I'm going to go ahead and apply that in a triangle underneath my eyes, the center of the forehead, nose, and chin. Since this is a night out look, you definitely want a full coverage underneath the eyes. and you want it to be very seamless and bright. I went ahead and I already buffed out the one eye and did it in the inner corner as well with my Sephora Classic blending brush. Make sure you take whatever's left on the brush and push it up in here to take away that darkness and clean up the shadow that went into the inner corner. Then to blend out any harsh lines or any of the creasing underneath the eyes, you're going to go ahead and take out your Real Technique sponge and blend that out. I'm going to take my mini Laura Mercier powder and I'm going to go ahead and bake my under eyes with that. While that's sitting and baking, I do want to apologize for my voice right now. It is a little hoarse. I actually went and worked an event this weekend and I actually did this look that I'm doing for you today. And that's what inspired me to make this video for you today because I got so many compliments on the look that I wanted to recreate it for you guys to see. While this sits and bakes, I want to go ahead and move on to the eyebrows. I'm going to go ahead and take my Anastasia eyebrow brush, take my Anastasia dip brow in the shade dark brown, and we're going to go ahead and do the brows. You always want to make sure that you brush your brows up and over to apply the product. I'm going to go ahead and do my brows off camera and I'll come right back on. I went ahead and I finished off the brows. I did do them a little bit thicker and darker today since we are going for more of a dramatic look. And I also added a little bit of lip balm to prep them for the liquid lipstick that we're going to be doing in a little bit. Now that under eye powder has been on this entire time, we're going to go ahead and dust that off all over the face. I'm so sorry, I did not realize that the camera stopped recording, so I'm going to go ahead and let you know everything that I did thus far. I went in with the Maybelline Fit Me powder after I dust off the base. Then went in with the Hoola contour stick and I went ahead and I hit my cheekbones, sides of my forehead. I contoured my nose and did my jawline. I then went in with the Jaclyn Hill Holiday Edition palette. And I actually used everything in this palette today in this tutorial. I used the bronzer and set down all of the contour areas. I then went in with both blushes and put them on my cheek. I did use more of the hot pink blush just to give it more of a brighter look for a night out. And then I went ahead and took Prosecco Pop, which is this darker gold right here. And I went ahead and I did my entire face with that. And then I took Champagne Pop and I just did it on the cheekbones and my nose. And then went ahead and set my brows with the Gimme Brow in the shade 3. This was to take off all the extra powder that went into my brows. It set down the brows. And the cool thing about Gimme Brow from Benefit, it's not like it's your typical clear brow gel that just sets down the brows. It actually has melted fibers in it, which help make the brow look fuller, and it's colored so it helps your brows look darker as well. And then I went on to the eyes. I didn't really do much on the eyes yet because then I realized that the video cut out. All I did was took this fluffy brush and I mixed a couple of the warm shades in the palette, and I'll list them down below. I ran that through my crease just to buff anything out. And took this MAC Duo, which is an extra dimension duo, and I took the silver shade right here and I popped it on my brow bone and in my inner corner. I then went back in with this buffing brush right here and I blended the shimmery shade from my brow bone and my crease together just to make it look seamless. Forgot to mention that when I was done with my face, I took this Real Technique sponge and I buffed everything together just to make it melt into the skin and look seamless. And the final two things that I did before I actually realized that the video cut out was I took this palette again, the Rose Gold palette, and I took the shade Cocoa and I ran that underneath my lash line to connect the top eyeshadow with the bottom eyeshadow. And the final thing that I did was I took the Stila eyeliner in the shade Intense Black and I created this huge wing for you guys today. Again, I am so sorry that the video cut out. I'm going to try to do my best to not have that happen again. So then after the eyeliner, we're going to go ahead and we're going to hop off camera one more time. And I'm going to apply the Their Real Mascara from Benefit. I'm also going to take the double stack lashes from Ardell and I'm going to go ahead and pop those on as well. And then when I get back, we're going to go ahead and wrap off the face. Now that we're all done with that, we're almost done the look. We only have lips left to do. But before we move on to lips, I really quickly want to mention what I did to the eyes. I went ahead and I took one thin coat of the Their Real Mascara on the top and bottom lashes. This is my Holy Grail mascara, especially for my lower lash line, because it has these spiky bristles that when you do, you brush it onto your lower lash line. It really nicely separates and coats the bottom lashes so you have these really nice full looking lashes. I then took the ball tip of it and I went ahead and hit the outer corners just to connect the top lashes with the bottom lashes. Then I went ahead and took the double up, double stack lashes from Ardell and I popped those on. These are my favorite lashes. Whenever I wear these lashes, my boyfriend always says that they look like spiders on my eyes, but I really don't care because they're so dramatic and so full and fluffy, and I love wearing these out for night out looks. Sometimes I'll even wear these by themselves with a red lipstick to go out for the day. They really are nice and full and comfortable to wear. The final thing that I did was I took my Stila eyeliner and I connected the eyeliner to the lashes to blend them together. Now you could leave the eyes like this, but just to give it that extra pop, I'm going to go in with the Stila Diamond Dust Metal Liquid Glitters. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put that right in the inner corner. The final thing we're going to do today to wrap this look up is go in and pair it with a really nice bold lip. I'm now going to go in with this Buxom lip liner in a mauve shade just to line my lips and fill them in, although I am going to be going in with the dark vampy shade after this. The reason I don't keep my lips just outer lined is because if the lipstick fades, then it's not going to fade just to your bare lip. It's going to fade to the lip liner underneath. I do actually like the mauve lip that I just created with this, but I am going to stick to my word and go to the dark lip. But the reason that I do the mauve color is because it's easier to overdraw your lips, and then it's easier for the product to stick to the lip product underneath of it instead of just sticking to your bare lips. I'm going to go into my Lip Good lipstick that I chose today, which is from ColourPop. It's the Ultra Matte Lip in the shade Notion, and we're going to go ahead and fill in the lips right now. When working with a dark berry lip like this, you want to work in sections. You don't want to just press your lips together or anything. You want to do each lip section at a time so it doesn't look super cracky or see-through or it doesn't fade easily. When using a dark liquid lipstick like this, you definitely want to wait for it to fully dry down before you eat or talk or drink and before you press your lips together, because if you do what I'm doing now while it's wet, it'll still transfer onto your hand and transfer onto your teeth. So definitely let it dry down before you do any kind of talking or drinking. While that finishes drying down, I still felt like my highlighter wasn't bright enough for how I like it. So I'm going to go in with the Balm Betty Luminizer, and I'm going to go ahead and apply that just to the tops of my cheekbones. There we go. That added the highlight that I'm usually used to for going out. Very bright and reflective. When you add the highlight that I do, you kind of want them to see you from a mile away. So it's very bright and highlighting and blinding, as they say. This look is pretty much complete. We're almost done now. We're going to wrap it up with the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray, and you're going to just douse your face in that. When I don't use a setting spray, I feel like my makeup does kind of transfer and kind of break apart on my nose throughout the night. So it's definitely #1 key of this entire makeup look is using a great setting spray. Okay, and that pretty much completes this look. I had so much fun doing this for you guys today. I love just sitting down and doing these really dramatic looks even if I'm not going anywhere. I definitely think that anyone can do this look if you put your mind to it. It was so fun to do. If you enjoyed this makeup look in this video, please give it a big thumbs up. I had so much fun doing it. I hope you guys take some of these tips and tricks to your next clubbing or party event that you go to. Before I head out today, my biggest tip that I'm going to say to anyone is just have fun doing makeup. It is not that hard to do. Once you self-teach yourself or even go and take classes, it's so fun to do. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Have a great day. You see, these glitters are super smooth and easy to apply. Sometimes you can use a super glue. Oh. We're not going to go with the funnest part of the look, which is we're not going to go with the main event, which is the funnest. I'm now going to go with the funnest part of the event.